Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. I am Terry Ann, life coach TA.
Good morning. I am Sherry Berger, and I am the owner of Here to There Consulting. And we educate business owners with the tools to balance life, business, and finances. Welcome to Conversations with Terry Ann and Sherry.
Today, now, if you've been paying attention, this is our actual official episode 3. Did you know we've done this 3 times officially? And a few unofficial things in there to try to work out all the kinks of technology. The first week we discussed mindset. And then last week we discussed balance. This week our topic is goals. And goal setting. How do you set your goals? Sherry, tell me, how do you look at goals?
I look at goals as, are they your goals or are they somebody else's goals? So a lot of times when we're setting goals, we decide, I'm going to lose weight because my husband wants me to. I'm going to lose weight for somebody else. But if you're doing it for you and for your life and for your purpose, that's what's most important when you're setting a goal. Terry Ann and I right now have a goal of helping you guys more by having this community. So if you know people that would benefit from coming to this community, invite them. Because what we're trying to do, our goal in this community right now, because we got to be specific with what our goal is to empower more people with both of our different skill sets, right? So that would be our goal. So when we're setting a goal, you need to decide if it's weight loss, if it's becoming a better speaker. Are you doing it for you or are you doing it for somebody else? That is the most important first step in setting a goal is why. What is your why behind that goal?
You mentioned the word specific, and that made me think of, I bet these are SMART goals that you're talking about.
Well, yes, we want to set SMART goals.
What does SMART stand for?
SMART?
Yes.
Oh, this acronym?
How does the acronym go?
Specific, which I never say that word right. Measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. That's how we need to set our goals. So your goals should be as specific as possible and answers the question, what is your goal? How often, how much, and where will it take place? So the point is, I can't just say, hey, I want to lose weight. I need to say I'm going to lose 20 pounds, right? If I want to lose 20 pounds, I need to put a number on that. How will you measure your goal? Well, I will know that I lost 20 pounds, right? But is that attainable? Am I willing to sacrifice and give up whatever that is? Am I willing to do whatever that takes? Like walking, eating right. What does it take? Is your goal and time frame realistic? So if I want to lose 20 pounds this week, is that realistic? You think I could do that, Terry Ann? I need to lose 20 pounds by Sunday.
If you do, I want you to tell me how so I can do it.
You just don't eat and you drink all fluids and you wear this shrink wrap thing around your body that makes you lose weight. I don't know. You know those unrealistic that they say that you can do this plan and lose 20 pounds by Sunday. Those are not true. I've told my kids before, don't believe that Rice Krispie does snap, crackle, pop. It really does not make those noises. So we have to be careful. Is it realistic? And then when is your time, right? If I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year, is that realistic?
That is realistic and gives you a time frame.
Exactly. So December 31st, I would have lost 20 pounds. So coming into the new year, I could go, wow, I know 2021 is going to be better than 2020 because I just lost 20 pounds. If that's what you want to accomplish, right? That happens to be a goal I need to accomplish is lose a little bit of weight. But almost everybody always seems to be on that yo-yo lose weight. But we don't want to be on that either, right? We don't want to be on that kind of diet. We don't want to make our goals where they're yo-yo. We want to make them where they're realistic. I will
Right. If it's a yo-yo, then you're not necessarily committing.
I could go. I was
Somebody
trying
went
to
to
see if we
Facebook.
could share this. Are you seeing if people are on here? Good morning. Good morning. Who is on here?
I see 4 people are watching and 1 person has loved. You'll find that in the top left corner of your screen.
So anyway, what are some goals that you would call specific like that, Terry Ann?
Specific goals.
Yeah, see, I cannot say that word, and that is not a goal for me to learn. I don't know.
Your goal is to be able to stay specific, huh? A specific goal that I'm working on this year is decluttering. When my desk is a mess, I cannot focus. And if it's a mess, I go and I get more work and I add more to the pile. And then once the pile gets bigger, I can't get anything done because I cannot focus. So one of my specific goals this year is to declutter. I'm going around. I have things around here that I have not touched. They've been in a box for 20 years. If I have not used it in 20 years, do I really need to keep it? And we're not talking keepsakes. I'm talking about just little things. Oh, well, okay, I'll hold on to that. I might need it one day. My husband keeps reminding me, you got it at Walmart before, you can get it at Walmart again. If Walmart doesn't have it, Amazon will. Get rid of it. So that's what we're doing right now. That is my goal for this year. And my ultimate commitment is to declutter. It is specific in that I am getting rid of piles and things that I do not use. It is measurable in that I can look around and see I don't have all of the extra stuff. It is attainable if I will do something about it. That is why I use black trash bags. Something goes in there and then I do not see it again. It is relevant because boy, do I need it. And I've made the time base of that as my goal for the entire year. By the end of this year, we will have decluttered the house.
Oh, really? Is that what your guys' goal is? Because I
That is
know
the
you
goal
have
for this year.
ways
We have been working
set
on
up to declutter your house.
Yes.
Because not only that, but you have a plan.
Mhm.
I know we talk about smart goals, but smart goals with a plan too, right?
Yes.
So after we know what a time is, then you have to have a plan. So if like me, if I'm trying to lose weight, if I'm going to work out 3 times a week, it has to be on my calendar. It's not going to happen. I know you have a plan. You were telling me that you guys got a dumpster and you're taking things to the Goodwill and you guys look like you're working together. You're tag teaming it. Oh my gosh, I can make your marriage better. Tag teaming a goal. Having goals in your marriage, having goals in your business, and having individual goals. That's what you really need to have. Good morning, Courtney. Courtney says, hi. I guess I can see when people make comments.
Yes.
There you go. I'm glad.
Hi,
that's
Courtney,
why you see
welcome.
me.
Thanks for watching. What are
You
some of
see
your
me.
goals, Courtney? And anybody else watching? Type in.
Courtney, what is your goal by the end of the year? Can you type that in for us? Because if we have goals, right, but we don't have a plan. So we first do the SMART goals. Like you said, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and a time frame. But now, after you have those goals, we need to put them into. Terry Ann's going to set a timer and spend this much time organizing. Or I'm going to put on my on my calendar when I'm going to work out. And then maybe go to the grocery store and meal plan. So what are those things that you need to do after you set your SMART goals, right? The next step is planning.
So setting the goal, just saying this is my goal is not enough. How do you keep that goal in front of you? For example, if you want to lose 20 pounds, what do you do to remind yourself that this is what you want and that this is important to you? Put it on your calendar. Some people put up pictures of themselves when they weighed less.
Yeah, and one lady was telling me she went and bought a suit and paid way too much for it. I don't know that I like this idea, but she Bought a suit, paid way too much for it, and was 2 sizes too small, and she hung it up. And every day she had to look at it, and she does not like to waste money. So, yeah, it was like, but I say go find an outfit maybe that you wish you could fit into that's maybe already in your closet and lose your weight. And Courtney is saying she wants to get a book of poems published by December 31st, 2020. And I know that is one of our goals that we were working on.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I've been working on with Courtney is to get her poems written. So now if we ask her, she has it by the end of the year. So that hurts her time frame. So does she have on her calendar when she's writing her poems? Do you have those on your calendar? And what time of the day do you do that, Courtney? Do you want to put that in the comments below too? And good morning, Rick. How are you? Great to see you. What are some goals that you have? I'm telling everybody that we have 90 days till the end of the year. So this is a great time for us to end 2020 with a bang. And I am a business and financial coach, and I love goals. I know I drive people nuts with them. And we're going into the fourth quarter. And 2020 has been a mess. I'm talking, I don't know. Do you feel like we're on a whirlwind?
Yeah,
but if we can end it strong, that matters. Go ahead, Terry.
I cannot believe October 1st. Where did this year go? Last thing I remember, I did a speaking engagement in March. When did it become tomorrow being October 1st? How did this happen? It's been an amazing year.
It has. It's been crazy year. But my thing is let's finish this fourth quarter strong. Because if we start a momentum of losing 20 pounds by the end of the year, writing a book by the end of the year, decluttering by the end of the year, where will we be in January?
How will you start out? What a great way to start out the new year.
I mean, because we can say, let's not start our goals till January 1st. Are you kidding me? Let's get a jump start.
Right.
And Rick, are you on or are you not? Tell us what your goals are. And Courtney, what is one thing that you could do every day to get your poetry written? There he is. I have it on my calendar, but I normally do that late in the day. That's what time I put on my calendar. It doesn't matter when we do our goal. It matters that we do our goal.
Right.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I am not a get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym to work out person. That does not work. I tried it. Well, I didn't go to the gym at 5. I went at 6. But I still tried it. And I half butt it. I did not do a good job. So I found out that if I go I always do my 2-3 mile walk every day. If I go in the lunchtime or the afternoon, I do so much better. So back when it was hot, everybody be like, go do your walk early in the morning. So not happening. So I do it at night. Now, sometimes I had to find ways to work that out a little bit differently because remember, we really didn't have that hot of a summer, but sometimes it was hot. And if I have something going on in the evening, then I got to reschedule it, right? So we got to be flexible with our goals and the time on our calendar, but we have to have it on our calendar. So Courtney, what time do you write your poetry? Is it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4? Do you write it before you go to bed? How are you doing that? And if it's consistent with a little bit of flexibility, it will get done. And how many poems do we need written to have that done by the end of the year?
I like that phrase you just said, consistent with flexibility. I like that term.
Yes, consistent with flexibility is so important. So back in 2010, I lost 87 pounds. So I'd eat right, I'd exercise, but I also planned to exercise every single day. And I knew I wouldn't, but I was raising 4 kids, running a full-time job, and doing everything and wanting to make my health a priority. So if I didn't plan every single day, then it wasn't going to happen. And look at that. We do great when we do things before we go to bed. So she's saying she writes poems before she goes to bed. Then in the morning, you could read them and edit them and see if, something needs to be changed, Courtney. But then remember, I know I've talked to you about this before, Courtney. Are you writing a poem on feelings? Are you writing a poem on 2020? I mean, what are you, right? Have a little bit of a theme, but right now I know you have a bunch of poems. And then now we need to break them down into what the themes are. Because I can't remember how many poems she has. I bet she has more than one book already written.
Yes.
So that's the other thing when we say we're going to write a book. 4 a.m. What? Rick, you can't even say 4 a.m. to me. I don't even know what the rest says, Terry Ann, but I see 4 a.m.
4 a.m. I'm assuming that says pray.
Daily affirmations. Remember, I talked about those daily affirmations. Hydrate and exercise. Then to family. What? Then to family till 11ish. Then work off and on all till 4ish. Okay, we don't have 11ish, 4ish really planned. It's just 11ish, 4ish.
That's that flexibility part.
It is flexibility because a lot of people, like I know Rick, love Rick, by the way, and he still owes me cookies, but he says they stopped making them.
Wait a minute, cookies? Cookies?
Oh my gosh, they have these best vegan cookies.
Vegan cookies?
Oh, I know, and you wouldn't think they were
what
good.
What is a vegan cookie?
You'll have to talk to Rick about that. But
okay. We'll deal with that later.
I think they were
we'll deal with that later. But cookies on there.
I know, and they're good. Healthy and good cookies. I don't know how you do that. We got to find something else now, though. But anyway, Rick says he also prays. So he gets all that done in the morning. Flexible work. And because that's why a lot of us are entrepreneurs, own our own business so that we can be flexible. I did that so that I could do the work-life balance. And I know Terry Ann was over at my house briefly. She really was in my backyard. She came in to use the restroom. She goes, oh my gosh, you are so family oriented, because you could see that in my house, because I got family pictures. I got positive sayings. You know, and then I got my Mickey Mouse. Don't forget Mickey.
Got Mickey Mouse.
I do have my Mickey Mouse. But the point is, what are your priorities in life, right? Mm-hmm. I know Rick, his dogs are a big deal, and he'll take them walking and doing that kind of stuff and implement it into his exercise. So if we figure out what our big priorities are, flexibility, like he says, he starts 11ish to 4ish and he finishes up his projects. And that's great to have flexibility, but yet he has structure in the morning of what needs to get done. So that's really, really important that we have structure. We put it on our calendar and a little flexibility. And I brought up my family because I raised 4 kids. I ran my own business for the last 20 years, raised 4 kids, and I have a husband, and all these priorities in my life, right? Like now I got aging parents. And so I'm still the sandwich generation. My point is, what are your priorities in life? Mm-hmm. Have them on your calendar. What is it? Consistency with flexibility. Like you said, you love that I said that. But just because I said, I'm going to go walk at this time, if a kid needs me for whatever the crisis is, right, I was flexible. If a client needed me for a crisis, but what are crisis, right? Are crisis really crisis? If we have more SMART goals and we have a plan, you'll find out you have less crisis in life, in your day, because we're being proactive, not reactive, right? That's another thing with setting goals. So you don't want crisis. Crisis still can happen. Your kid's going to fall out of the tree and break their arm. I know, I've been there. Those type things will happen. But if we know that we spent time with our spouse, time with our kids, things like that, if we know that we've done that, then that won't become maybe a crisis in our wheel of balance that we talked about last week, right?
Right.
So
something when you're talking about goals is, and make sure that they are your goals. For example, you talked about walking. Now, I have heard 10,000 steps a day. I have back pain. I cannot do 10,000 steps a day. I used to look at my step counter and go, well, let's see. Okay, I made it to 4,000. That means, well, okay, I made it 40% towards goal. And it was very negative for me. It took me down. I finally thought, why am I trying to achieve everybody else's goal? if I know that that goal is not possible for me, attainable, I lowered the goal that I can now more likely meet each day. So now I can celebrate the successes. And I think part of
Yeah,
that
and if you
goal
can't walk, could you get on a bike? And plus, is that your goal? Yeah,
is
you
my
need to
goal
be
to walk,
healthy. You need to
not to
exercise.
meet the 10,000 steps because I can't. If I do that, I'm going to be in bed because I can't move.
So is that really taking care of your health?
So that's not taking care of me. So I ignored what other people were saying. I made my goal and made it more realistic. Now I can celebrate a success and say, hey, I made it and a little over today. I did 110% of my goal today. Instead of saying, well, I reached 50%. Total mindset, like we talked in the first episode, which then affects as we go along. It affects my balance and it affects my goal setting.
And that's true. And if you can't do 4 a.m. to work out and get all your stuff done and you want to do, but I was talking to my mastermind group because I have a mastermind group. I said, try getting up 30 minutes earlier than you usually get up. Don't get up at 4 a.m. unless you already are getting up at 5:30. But if we get up about 30 minutes or an hour earlier than we usually get up to start our day, we can get more accomplished. But do not, you're going to love me saying this, give up your 8 hours sleep. So many times entrepreneurs and business owners give up their sleep to meet a goal. And when we do that, we are not at our fullest capacity. Because, if you overwork your car, or back in the day when we used to ride horses, right? If you overwork, you do not be as productive. Mm-hmm. So exercise is important, not hurting your back if you have back problems, not lacking your sleep, and meeting your goals are important. But one of your goals needs to be your health, right?
Right.
So, and if you can't do it because you're back, you can do chair exercises, you can get on a bike, but what do you enjoy doing too with your goals? Because if it's enjoyable, you're going to do them.
Right.
And I hate organizing, and you talked about organizing. So if you run into a goal like organizing that you need to do, which I need to do, and I've been working on it. I don't like it though. But then again, it's changing your mindset. But if we set a timer and you give yourself a reward, like if I clean the office for an hour, I can go for a walk. If I clean the office for an hour, I can go do my jazzercise. What do you like doing, right? So reward yourself with, or I can go meet up with friends for coffee, social distancing outside.
Yes.
Because that's what we're having to do right now, which I'm not sure what we're going to do once the weather changes, but that's a whole nother.
We'll be all bundled up, and with all of that bundling up, we'll definitely be 6 feet apart.
So an award to me is to meet a friend for coffee. Love my friends. Love seeing people. So if I can say, I'm going to do this, and then I can go hang out with so-and-so or whatever you don't like. So not only have those goals, but give yourself an award for those goals. Losing 20 pounds by the end of the year might not sound like fun, what you have to do. But how about if you get a new outfit? Or, what is the award that you're going to give yourself? So having awards for yourself.
Definitely celebrate your successes, even small successes. They are successes. Cherish them.
I have my to-do list. Oh, that's not my to-do list. It's here, I promise you. I have my to-do list for today. This is my grocery list. I don't know why it's with my to-do list, but I need to fix that. But anyway, I have my to-do list, and we were talking about that. So I have 5 to 10 things to get done today. But what if you only get 5 of them done and you got to put the other? Why don't you give yourself a star, like a sticker? I'm not kidding. It worked when you were a kid, and it works now to reward yourself, right? For those small successes. And make sure they're your goals, your success, and don't compare yourself to others. Oh, that is the worst
That's the worst
thing to ever do, is to compare yourself to others. So those are how we could set up some SMART goals. Does anybody have any SMART goals or anything that they were working on or anything else they would like us to talk about this morning as we are wrapping up here pretty soon? I really, really appreciate everybody here.
Sherry, I want to mention, you said last week that you have a handout that has to do with the 6 areas of goals.
I do.
And then I have one looking at the why of our goals. If anybody wanted to have a copy of our free handouts, how about if we ask them to send an email to, just a moment, Sherry and Terry Ann at gmail.com.
Put that in the chat right here.
Put that in the chat. We got to find the right screen. It disappeared.
We put it in the chat there, then everybody will know how to get those 6 areas of our that we talked about: balance, and then also talking about the goal setting. And be sure to invite next week. I think we're going to be talking about time blocking. So we'll be talking about how we need to time block these goals. So we were talking about that a little bit today. And so invite people back to come listen to us next week and invite them to our group. And there you go. Yeah, Sherry and Terry Ann at gmail.com. If you email us that, we will share that with you. So I will see everybody next. Oh my gosh, we're in October. It will be
Is it October
7th.
Wow.
October 7th at 9:30. Come join us again over here with Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. You guys all go make it a good day. See you soon.
Bye.